Hi everybody, it's Deborah from peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. I am particularly excited about this video because I came across this idea a few weeks ago and it's taken me a lot of time to put this together, and I really feel like with this one, if we play our cards right, we're going to be able to help a lot of animals. And by we, I mean you and me. We are on my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, and this is an article that I just wrote called How You Can Help Your Local SPCA. Now, let me just tell you how this came about. My local newspaper has been doing a section in their it's one of those little free newspapers that come to your house, not like, the Buffalo News or your local, city newspapers. Well, those are little freebies that come in your mailbox like every Sunday. And they've been doing a little Pets Place section of the newspaper. And they have, every week they have a new pet that's adoptable at the SPCA. And they do a little write-up and a little picture about the pet. And then recently they've been publishing a SPCA wish list, where it's a list that our local SPCA has put out of things they need people to donate. And I thought a few weeks ago when I first saw it, I thought, I think I'm going to do a blog about that on my website and just kind of get that out to people, because there was a lot of things on the list that I was really surprised about. It never dawned on me that these would be things the SPCA would need. But that's how I got the idea. And then when I was just going to do a simple blog post and just, get out the list to, all of my subscribers on my website and everything. And then once I started looking into it, I found out there's a whole lot more, number one, to the SPCA than I ever thought. And also there's a whole lot more things you can do to help your local SPCA and the animals that are stuck there than we think. So I hope you'll stick with me to this video, through this video, because you're going to be surprised at some of the things that you're going to find out here. This is something that we can share, and this is what I mean by if we play our cards right, we can help a lot of animals. I'm going to include in the description box a printable list of things that you can donate to the SPCA. I'm giving a portion of the proceeds from this to the two local animal charities. You're going to be able to find out how you can share this with other people, and I really am excited about this one because I think we can help a lot of animals with this one. So thanks so much for tuning in. If you're already a subscriber, thanks so much. If you're not, I'd love it if you subscribe. I do videos at least once a week all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. And I do donate 10% of all the commissions I earn on my website and on my YouTube channel to animal charities. And so I would love it if you would subscribe. I would love it if you would give this video a like. And if you would share the information, share my website and share this YouTube channel, I would appreciate it so much. Now, let's get into this video. First of all, like I say, we're on my website, peoplelovinganimals.com. This is the article I've written. In the description box to this video, I'm going to give you the link to this article. So I'm not going to read this article to you. I'm just using it for today's video to kind of follow along so I don't forget anything. But you'll be able to go into this article and click all the links and read and do whatever you want. You'll also be able to share this article if you would be so kind. First of all, the SPCA stands for Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and it's the common name for nonprofit animal welfare organizations that exist around the world. Now, this is interesting. The first SPCA was called the RSPCA, and it was started in England in 1824. I'm just blown away. I had no idea that this was going on this long. There's a link here in the article. You're going to be able to click in there if you want to and check them out. It's pretty cool. This is me in the picture, by the way. If you've been on my website or my YouTube channel for any length of time, you know who these two little guys are. This is Cagney, my Boston Terrier, who passed away fairly recently, and this is my little wiener dog, Taz. This is also her up here with her toys on my website. She passed away in 2016. These were the last two dogs that I owned. I don't currently own a dog. I'm still grieving over these two, but here they are. They're very sweet. You're going to see them. You're going to see them around. If you're a Boston Terrier lover or a wiener dog lover, if you go to the playlist on my YouTube channel called Cute Pet Videos, you're going to see videos of these guys, and they're really cute. They're really cute. Anyway, I always get distracted. I shouldn't put their picture in there because I always get distracted telling people about them. So the other thing about PCAs that I didn't realize is they're independent of each other. It's not like the ASPCA, like the ASPCA is one big organization and they run all over the world. The SPCAs apparently are each separate. They're independent of one another. They're not affiliated anyway. And each SPA has its own governing policies, board of directors, financial reports, organizational goals and procedures. They're all separate, which I didn't realize that. They're each running on their own, okay, which makes them even more vulnerable, I think, because, all they've got is their local economy, their local patrons. Do you know what I mean? They don't have some big organization backing them up. Do you see what I mean? So in my mind, that just makes me realize they need our help even more. Now, I'm going to give you a lot of ways here that you can help your local SPCA. And, do the ones you're interested in. Don't do the ones you're not interested in. But I think if you'll please stick with me, you're going to see some surprising ones here. First, obviously, is to donate money. You can visit your local SPCA's website to see how they accept donations. You can drop off money. You can put a check in the mail. If you go to their website, you can probably donate online. And I would strongly suggest, if you can afford to make a monthly donation. Try to set it up automatically if you can, and they need to have like continued support. It's kind of like at Christmas time, everybody donates to everything at Christmas time, and then they're SOL the rest of the year. Do you know what I mean? So I would encourage you to give a monthly donation if you can afford to. Also, you can volunteer. Now, this is what I found interesting. When people, including me, think about volunteering for their local SPCA, I think about, going to help clean up, going to clean litter boxes, sweeping the cages, maybe taking the dogs for a walk, showing people animals when they come there, like, bathing animals. I think of all that kind of stuff. What I didn't realize until I started checking into this is that you might have many, talents and expertise that you could donate your services to the SPCA. For example, are you a plumber? Are you an electrician? Are you an experienced secretary? Are you an experienced administrator? Are you an experienced social media marketer? So many things that you can probably, would translate into helping your local pet shelter. So I really would encourage you, if here's the list. It goes on and on in the article. If you're a retired veterinarian, if you're a veterinary aide, if you're a secretary, administrator, painter, electrician, plumber, your skills could very well be what your local SPCA needs. They're running the joint. They're running the place. They have the building. They have the building to maintain. They have the office to run. They have the yard they've got to keep up. They've got fences they've got to put up and keep in good repair. They've got, all kinds of things. So I guess I should have known all this. It just honestly never dawned on me, a lot of these things. You can also volunteer, for example, to do the driving, to deliver donations to the shelter, or volunteer to drive animals to their vet appointments, for the SPCA. It's not that hard. You don't have to be an animal expert. Like, for example, if there's a cat that has a vet appointment, go over to the SPCA. They're going to have the cat in the carrier. You bring them to the vet. You don't have to do anything. If you're not familiar with the cat or whatever, the vet takes care of it, puts them back in the carrier. You bring them back to the SPCA. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like an expert in animal care to do these things. Do you have a big following on social media? Do you have a lot of friends in your email list? Do you have a lot of friends on your Facebook page, Instagram, things like that? Even if you don't have a lot, if you have any, you could volunteer to share posts by the SPCA for, new animals that are there to be adopted. And you could just volunteer. You could just say, if you'll send me the links, I'll put it on all my social media platforms. And, get the word out about animals that need to be adopted. And I don't know about all the SPCAs, but I know my local SPCA does some charity events sometimes. Like, for example, that little wiener dog Taz that I showed you, she ended up with her picture in the front page of the newspaper because the SPCA ran a fundraiser at Christmas time where for $10 you could bring your dog to have their picture taken on Santa's lap. So they hired a Santa in the full outfit, and then you just got to bring your dog and you got to put him on Santa's lap and get a picture. And for $10, that's what you could do. And it was really cute because I actually printed them and cut them up and made them wallets in my Christmas card that year. You got to understand, I don't have any kids. So like the dachshund, the dogs are my children, which I mean, a lot of people, even with kids, feel that way about their animals. But it was a really cool fundraiser. But anyway, she looked so cute. She had a little sweater on. She had a little scarf that matched the sweater, and her picture wound up in the front page of the newspaper when they were, reporting on this SPCA event. So that was pretty cool. But my SPCA does a lot of, volunteer things like that, where, fundraising things like that. And these are all things that you can help out with. And also those are things that you could volunteer to post about. If they're doing, say a fundraising event like the one I just described to you, you could volunteer. If you'll let me know, if you'll send me the link, I'll put it on all my social media platform. So that's a pretty easy way that you could really help the SPCA if you have a big following, or if you have any following, really. Now, also, this was my original intention here. Purchase and donate the things they need. One of the more pressing needs for the SPCA is often supplies. Now, like I said, for the last few weeks, my local newspaper has been publishing this SPCA wish list. And this was what I thought. I'm going to make a blog post. I'm going to put this on my website, because I was really surprised at some of the things that they need that I can't believe didn't dawn on me. That, of course, I've always donated, like blankets, towels, washcloths, kitty litter, cat food, dog food, toys, things like that. It's like, oh, you've got these, if your dog has passed away, or if your puppy doesn't need them anymore, or whatever, you can always donate these things to the SPCA. But I was really surprised to find a lot of things on this list. Like, for example, here's the whole list. It's in here. Now, let me tell you, in this article, and also in the description box of this video, I'm going to give you a link to a printable, downloadable version of this list. I'll show it to you. Here is here's the downloadable version, things you can donate to the SPCA. And this is a document that you can print, and you're also going to be able to download it and share it. It does have links in it. If you put it on your Facebook page, or you send it out to email, people will be able to click the links in it. And so that's a print version of this list. Okay, so don't feel like you gotta rewatch this video or go to this article and write all these things down or whatever. Just go ahead in the description box and click on the printable list. You can download it, you can share it with your friends, and you can print it. But like, for example, general cleaning supplies, kitchen garbage bags, antibacterial soap, a window cleaner, gloves, multi-surface floor cleaners, dishwashing soap, laundry soap, hand sanitizer, a broom and dustpan. Okay, these sorts of things. Lawn and garden stuff. This was interesting. Pet-friendly ice melt. Do you know that some of that salt that you put out on your sidewalks can really hurt the pads of animals' feet? So they do make a pet-friendly ice melt that the SPCA would obviously want to surround their property with, because they have animals walking around all the time. That stuff is pricey. So I just was surprised that's something you can donate. Snow shovels, gardening gloves, a rake, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, you're going to be able to see this list. Animal care supplies and equipment, pet carriers, obviously, professional grooming tapers, clipping blades. They're giving them haircuts. They're giving them a bath. They need all that stuff. They need the scissors. They need the clippers. They need all those things. Wet and dry shop vac. I'm just picking out some here just to... I think you're probably shocked like I am. Towels, washcloth, office supplies. Never dawned on me. They're running the office there. They need Post-its. They need pen. They need copy paper. They need, these are all expenses. These are all things that have to come out of the SPCA's money to pay for. So it's like, even if you did one thing, like if he has to take out of their money, the money that people donate, they have to spend for all this stuff. So I donate to the SPCA. They have to use that money for all of these sorts of things. And so any money that we can donate, to help them is, more money that can help the animals, I mean, that's just the thing. Oh, I know why I was saying all that. I'm sorry. When I thought about doing donations for my website, I thought, in the beginning, it wasn't that much. I wasn't making that much money and everything. And I would only be able to donate. Like, I remember my very first donation from my website was for $12. It was for $12. And, I donated it and I thought, oh, geez, but you know what? $12 buys a lot of little dishes of cat food. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't take that much to make a difference, for one animal. If you donate enough that provides food for one animal or provides a medical procedure for one animal that might be a life-saving medical procedure that they wouldn't have had otherwise, if it's paying for blankets or if it's, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be some great big thing. All of our donations help, every bit of it, and everything that we do to volunteer and everything we give to them helps all these animals. Oh, here we are. I'll donate a portion of your purchases. So like I just said, I do earn commissions on things from my website. Now, what I did was, I put a link in here, and it's also in that downloadable list that I gave you to Amazon. That's my Amazon link. I am an affiliate for Amazon. So if you want to purchase any of the things from that list, and you could tell your friends this, please, when you forward the list to them, if people purchase these items to donate to their SPCA from my link, I will get a small commission from Amazon, and I will donate 10% of those commissions, like I always do, to animal charity. So it's kind of a double whammy. If you go to this link that I give you in the description box and the one that's in this article, and you purchase products to to donate to your SPCA, you're helping your local SPCA, you're helping the animals there, and you're also helping animals around the world, because another portion of that, which is my 10% of my commissions that I make, will also go to animal charities. So it's kind of a double whammy. So in the article, I give you this link for a downloadable, printable version of the list of things you can donate. You can click here. And like I said, I'll put that in the description box. Here's a few more ideas. You can hold a supply drive. You can collect supplies for your local shelter by hosting a supply drive. You should call them and see what they need. And if you're going to do something for your local SPCA, call them up and say, I'm doing a fundraiser for you. I'm collecting supplies. Would you mind emailing me a quick list of what you need? Or do you know what I mean? Because there could be specific needs that they have that you could, really help them with. The most common supplies include cat litter, food, toys, bandages, office supplies, rugs. You can organize a supply drive at a community event, like if your town has local festivals or even like a local Saturday farm market. You could set up a table there and do a little fundraiser. Now, I'm giving you the link here. I say click here for more information about fundraising, and that's going to take you here to this website. I found this really great article on this website that is step by step how to do fundraisers. It's really, it's really great. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot today. I'm telling you, I'm an idiot. That's a different one. I'm really sorry. I should restart this video, but I don't have time, so you're going to have to stick with me. The link that I give you to help you organize a fundraiser is this one. It's at the Humane Society, and they have a whole article here about how all the steps that you can do to raise money for animal charities. Okay, so you can get on there and you can find out a lot of information about that. Okay, so I'm really sorry that I'm really kind of messing things up today, but I think you know by now my heart's in the right place. So you can hold a supply drive. You can organize a fundraiser. Now here's some good ideas for a fundraiser. This is a cute idea. Host a pet talent show and charge an admission fee. You can just have it in your backyard or have it at the park, and it doesn't even have to be a lot. Do you have 10 friends who have a pet? Something silly. Do it for your kids. It'd be fun. Have a pet party at a local park and encourage people to bring an item to donate to the SPCA. You could have just a little donation party, a donation table. It could be just like a picnic. But people are encouraged not only to bring their dog, but to bring a donation for the SPCA. And at the end of the event, you donate it all to the SPCA. You can offer pet sitting, dog walking, grooming services, if you're available to do any of that stuff, and charge for it, but then take the money that you make and donate it to the SPCA and tell the people whose dog you're walking and you're charging them for it that you are donating that money to the SPCA. They'd probably be happy to have the service and happy to be helping in that way. You could have a raffle. You could include pet treats and toys as prizes. You can include a couple of ideas, a PetSmart gift card. I have a link there for that. cat, or perhaps a subscription to BarkBox or KitnitBox. Those are those monthly subscription services where you sign up. It's like $20 a month, and your dog or cat gets a gift once a month, gets a box in the mail once a month with all kinds of toys and treats and stuff. They're really cool. You can click these links. You can find out more about those. But I'm thinking at work, if you work in an office or wherever you work, you could just do a flyer, or you could just send out an email and say, hey, I'm doing a raffle to support the local SPCA. It's $1 a ticket, and the prize is, a subscription to BarkBox or a $25 PetSmart gift card or something. It doesn't have to be that big. People will throw in a buck. They will. They'll throw in a buck, and, maybe, they could get, I don't know, 10 chances to win, or, throw in $10 or whatever. They get their name in the pot for as many dollars as they put in. You could easily, if you work in a big office, if you work in a big place, you could easily generate $50, couple $100, $1,000. Most people are animal lovers. Most people will throw in a buck for that. Do you know what I mean? So that's just something you could organize at work. And if you have the time and enthusiasm, you could go as big as organizing a 5K run or walk to raise money. That would be a really cool thing too. Another thing you can do to help animals is you can create adoption flyers. And what you're doing is, when they have a new pet to adopt, they got to get the word out. Somebody has to do that work. They have to, if the local newspaper's doing a thing, they have to send it over there. They got to create flyers. They got to create ads for the website. They got to take pictures of the dog. They have to describe the dog or the cat. Somebody has to do all that, so any part of that you could be a part of. And again, I'm giving you the link. Now let's go to the right one this time. This is the link I give you in the article for how to help the SPCA promote animals. And here they give you a step-by-step thing. If you're going to do like adoption flyers for the local SPCA, these are all step-by-step things that you can do to really, really try to promote that animal, to find that animal a home. Okay, so I give you that link, and that'll give you some really specific instructions on how to do that if that's something that you're interested in. Now, this is a really, really cool thing. And I almost get a little bit emotional because I'm a person, I believe in God. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And this very same little local newspaper that comes every Sunday, it's the same newspaper that I've been telling you about, that they've been running this article with the SPCA wish list. I'm sitting here today, okay, this morning before I did this video, this morning I finished this article that I'm showing you here. I had started it last week, and I've been working on it, and as you can imagine, it takes a long time to create these kinds of blog posts with the pictures and the links and all this kind of stuff, and so I finished it up this morning. Well, I happened to have that little local newspaper literally sitting next to me on the couch while I was sitting there with my laptop finishing this article. And I was just going to go ahead and, continue my work. And for some reason, I said, read that newspaper. I don't want to read the newspaper. I'm working. Like, this is the middle of my workday. I don't sit down and read the newspaper during a workday. I just look at it on Sunday. Do you know what I mean? But for some reason, I felt like I should open this newspaper. I open it up, and here's an article about something called Sponsor a Cage. And I'm going to tell you about this, and it's really cool, but I don't know. Don't you think it's kind of funny that I'm in the middle of writing this article, and this is a really, really nice addition of something that people can do to help their local SPCA, and something told me to open that little newspaper, and there's this article? I'm sorry. I just don't think there's coincidences. I think it happened for a reason. But anyway, it's called Sponsor a Cage. And I'm giving you the link of the newspaper article that I just read this morning. It's here. You can read the article here. I put the link in this article, and you can read all about it. I'm not going to waste all your time here and all the details of it. But what it is it's called Sponsor a Cage. My local SPCA is doing it, and it's where local businesses can sponsor a cage. They can donate money to cover the expenses for one animal. And then in exchange, they get to be on the Sponsor a Cage website, sponsored by, and they get their business logo, sponsored by Joe Blow Attorney or the local dentist office or whatever. And it's free advertising for them. And obviously they look good to their clients because they're helping animals. And then the SPCA is benefited, and also the animal in that cage, whose cage they're sponsoring. So it's a really cool thing. Now, what you can do is you can go to this link, click here to get all the details. I'm going to show you where it is. Let's see. I think it's this one. I tried to pull these links up before. Yeah, this is it here. This is the link that I give you. And this is all the details about how to sponsor a cage. Look at this face. Oh, what a face, But this is, there's a big law firm here in the Buffalo area called Salino and Barnes, and Ross Salino is, he does a lot for this local area. He donates a lot of money. He does a lot of really cool things. And this is his site where he, obviously donated his time and resources to create this for people. But this is where you can go. You can find out about it. You can get all the details. You can sponsor a cage, and then see, you get your a picture, and then you get your your company's logo in here. Do you see? So it's free advertising, and it's pretty cool. Like, here's another one. You see, these are all sponsored, and see, sponsor here. Yours could be here. So it's kind of a thing. If you're a local business owner, or if you know a local business owner, this is something you could do. Like I say, take this link that I just gave you and forward it to your friends who are business owners and say, hey, I thought your business might want to do this. It's advertising. I don't know. I just think it's a really cool thing. Now, what I would like to do is I would like to take a portion of the proceeds from this particular video, like when people go to this, the checklist that I give you, and they purchase things from Amazon and I get a commission, I would like to take a part of those commissions and sponsor a cage myself. And then on that website, I'll have peoplelovinganimals.com as one of the sponsors. I just think it's a really cool thing. So I was really excited that I felt compelled to open that newspaper this morning, and I found this piece to add to this article and to this video. I'm really excited about that. Like I said before, please share this with your friends who love animals. The main goal of the shelter is to help care for animals and help them find their future homes. When you support your local shelter, you're supporting the health and wellness of our furry friends, and that's the greatest gift of all. Please share this article, share this video, share my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, with pet owners. Now, on peoplelovinganimals.com, you'll see, if you haven't visited already, I do articles about pet training, cat training, dog training, puppy training, kitten training. I also do articles about pet care, pet health, pet supplies and medications. I do product reviews. I do a lot about dog and puppy training, and I do a lot about cat training, and I do a lot of articles like how to keep your dog out of the garbage, how to get your cat to use the litter box, why isn't my cat using the litter box, why is my dog coughing so much, how to help your dog lose weight, like all these sorts of things. And I've been doing this since 2015, so there's a lot of information on there. So I hope that you'll visit my website and check it out. Now, let's just look. These are all the things that I've already gone over. Let me just get back down to where we were. All right, so hold a supply drive. Like I said, you can do that at local farm market or something like that. You can organize a fundraiser. You can create adoption flyers. Here's where we were. Please help by sharing this article. Now, here's the other thing. I'd like you to subscribe to my email list if you're interested. I have a cat lovers email list and I have a dog lovers email list. In this article and also in the description box of this video, you'll find these links to go ahead and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, you get a free gift. If you subscribe to the dog lovers email list, you get a free dog training manual. And if you subscribe to the cat lovers list, you get it's basically a free cat training manual. It's a little guide to stopping bad cat behavior. And So if you subscribe, you get that little free gift. And then as a subscriber, about every 5 or 7 days, you'll get a new email from me. It'll come from peoplelovinganimals.com, and it'll either be an article from my website having to do with either dogs or cats, or it'll be a new video that I've done having to do with dogs or cats. You can unsubscribe from that list at any time, but I think that you'll find it to be really valuable. And again, I would love it if you would share that with other people as well. So let me just look at my list real quick to make sure I've covered everything. I think I have. So, like I say, in the description box, I'm going to give you the link to this article so you can get in here. You'll have access to all these links. I'm going to give you the link to the printable, downloadable list. And the article and also the list will have my Amazon link in there if you do want to go in and make purchases to help. I'm also going to give you the link to subscribe to the dog lovers list and the link to subscribe to the cat lovers list. And like I say, if you subscribe, you get a free gift. So I really hope that I hope we can do a lot of good with this. I hope that the word gets around. I hope people share the video. I hope people share the article. And I hope that a ton of SPCAs and a ton of animals are helped because of our efforts. So please join me. I would appreciate it so much. Again, my name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.